Hi, my name is Marcus Kidd, and I work in the Office of Student Activities and Services as a graduate assistant. This presentation will be used for student organization registration and renewal. The Office of Student Activities and Services has an abundance of services for our student organizations. These include providing advice on how to be an efficient student group, help with anything related to OrgSync, assist with any event that you're wanting to plan, and we also provide budgeting information and spaces for mailboxes. To be a student organization, there are a few requirements that your group must meet. There must be 5 students in the organization. All officers of the organization must be current students, and you also must have a K-State faculty or staff to serve as your advisor. For any files or forms that you're needing, you can access these on our OrgSync resources portal. Some resources can include SGA funding requests, Pepsi product allocations, DPC funding requests. There are 2 types of funding for student organizations. The first type of funding is Student Governing Association funding. SGA funding can be used for on-campus events and travel events. So, if your organization wants to attend a conference that's not at the university, SGA can help pay for some of those travel costs associated. Another source of funding is the Diversity Programming Committee, or DPC. This type of funding is mainly used for larger on-campus events. In order to apply for SGA or DPC funding, there are a couple of conditions that need to be met. Your organization would have had to have been registered for 45 days prior to the date of the event, and there must be at least 80% student membership in your group. To apply for funding, all you have to do is access the Resources for Student Organizations portal on OrgSync. Both types of funding allocation applications will be there. Once your event request has been turned in, you'll have to attend a committee meeting to explain the purpose of your event and why your organization should deserve the funding. When filling out a budget request form, keep in mind that there are some deadlines that need to be met. There are 2 special deadlines, and that's for any event that's held between December 1 and February 15. The second special deadline is for any event that's from April 1 through September 30th. For the Diversity Programming Committee, you can see here that there are a lot of different deadlines that need to be met. If your organization is interested in receiving funds from SGA or DPC, your organization will need a bank account first. All student organizations will need a Federal Employee Identification Number, also known as the FEIN. Your organization can have an FEIN by going to www.irs.gov. In regards to event planning, here are a few simple suggestions to make sure that your event is successful. First and foremost, meet with the event coordinator. This will be a great time to ask any questions about things you might have forgotten about. It'll also be a good time to kind of run through your event to make sure that you're not missing anything. Second, check out the event planning documents that are on OrgSync. All of these can be found in the Resources for Student Organizations portal. And third, make sure that you post your events on OrgSync. There's a feature that allows for you to publicize your event, in which our office can promote it for all students to see it on OrgSync. In regards to other resources that are available to student organizations, the first is the Student Design Center. If you're needing to make a logo for your organization, or if you're wanting to make some promotional materials for one of your upcoming events, the Student Design Center is on the 3rd floor of the Student Union. They can work on the first 3 hours of any project for free, and what's great is that if you're making any promotional materials, they can give an estimate of how much those materials will cost to print. Another resource is Pepsi product allocations. If you have any event on campus that's free for all students to attend, and you're expecting a large audience, you can request for free Pepsi. This form can be found in the Resources for Student Organizations portal. After the priority deadline, all requests for Pepsi product must be received at least 3 weeks before the event. That's not a guarantee that you'll be able to get your Pepsi, but that'll give us enough time to order it for you and let you know when you can pick it up. Kansas State University trademarks. One of the great things about being a student organization is that you can use the journal name of the logo as long as you don't alter it in any way. For more information, feel free to visit the K-State branding website. In order to provide the best services to our students, there will be times that our office will need to communicate with student organizations. This will be done through the Resources for Student Organizations portal. All advisors and presidents of student organizations will be added to that portal. However, it is open for anyone to join if they'd like to stay connected on what's going on. When creating your portal on OrgSync, the first thing you'll want to do is add members to your portal. If you already have a roster of the email addresses of the students in your portal, let us know and we can help you import those members to OrgSync. One of the great tools of OrgSync is that you can add people to specific groups in your portal. So if you only need to reach out to your officers, you can email them and not have to worry about emailing the others in your group. If you're still needing help with OrgSync, feel free to contact our office and we'd love to schedule an OrgSync training session with you or your advisor or with the exec team of your group.